What's up guys, PPD here and welcome to another episode of the Trophy Cabinet. Today we're doing the Team of the Season special. I know, another special. Don't worry, this is probably the last one, and this is for all the Team of the Season tournaments that EA have been releasing, and the first one was the Premier League Team of the Season tournament, and the requirements for this were obviously to have a Premier League side. I did forget to show you guys my team, so that's why you guys saw that foothead picture right there. That is the team I will be using in the final. Our opponent has that team that you're seeing right there with a bunch of attribute cards, and it was going to be interesting to see how that final would play out because I don't really usually play people with a bunch of attribute cards in the final. However, we wouldn't get things started off too well because in the 4th minute we concede a penalty. Of course, because when don't we concede a penalty? Santi Cazorla steps up to take it. Courtois is in net. Can he save it? Unfortunately, he does dive the wrong way, and Cazorla finds the back of the net. And with that, we are down 1-0 early on in the final of the Premier League Team of the Season Cup. And that is not a good way to start off the game. However, we would try and look for a quick response, and we wouldn't get a chance until the 33rd minute over here when he gives the ball away with his defender to Ramirez. Ramirez gives it to Aguero. Aguero to Sturridge. Sturridge gives it to De Bruyne, sort of by having his shot be rebounded to De Bruyne. And with that, we find the back of the net, get an equalizer, and make it 1-1, obviously. So the team I'm using has a lot of players that I really like this year, and Premier League teams are one of my favorite teams this year to play with because they're usually very good. I got Aguero, De Bruyne, Rooney at center mid, Ramirez at center mid, Sturridge, just a bunch of players that I like using. Even the defense is some of my favorite players in there. So I was expecting good things from this team, and we did have some pretty good stats as you saw right there at the end of halftime. But the score was still 1-1, and the stats don't matter when the scoreline doesn't speak for itself. And over here in the 60th minute, we would go ahead and do some subs. We bring on Holebas for Moreno, who has a high attacking work rate. I'm not sure if Holebas also has a high attacking work rate, but Moreno was a little bit tired, so we went ahead and brought on Holebas. And over here in the 63rd minute, our opponent just runs through our team. Very poor defending from me right there, and the Bolasi with a great finish makes it 2-1 to our opponent, who has only had about 2 chances this whole game. So I am a little bit annoyed at that point because I've created so many more chances, just not any chances that can get me a goal really. But our opponent got 2 chances, found the back of the net, and with that he has the lead. And in the 89th minute we would go on one last attack to try and send this game to extra time. Ramirez, it's a 3v2 over here. Ramirez, just with his burst of pace, has a chance to make it 2-2. Unfortunately though, his finishing is horrendous, Czech's saving is good, and he denies Ramirez that equalizer. And with that, in the 90th minute, we lose the final of the Barclays Premier League Team of the Season Cup. So that was a little bit frustrating, but there was still plenty of time, and we jumped straight back into the final. This time, our opponent has a much better team than our last opponent. He's got Hazard, Aguero, Sanchez, David Silva, Rooney, Ozil. That is too many cams for that formation. I really would not have gotten David Silva and Ozil there. I mean, I would have probably used David Silva or Ozil with Rooney in the center mid role, but I would not have used both David Silva and Ozil. Probably gone with someone like Ramirez or Yea I. But over here, Rooney opens up the score sheet for our opponent. Once again, we go down early in the final, and once again, what a stupid goal, really. It just rebounds to him, and I hate those goals in FIFA, but whatever. We would try to get a quick response, and that we do. Wayne Rooney, what a finish by the Englishman on his weak foot. We get an instant reply, make it 1-1, and not too long after, we would have a chance to make it 2-1 over here. De Bruyne swings in across, and Rooney has a great chance to finish right there. Unfortunately, Courtois denies him his second goal, and that was a really good chance from Rooney that really should have found the back of the net, so that was a little bit annoying. And in the 30th minute, we would have another chance over here, creating all sorts of chances with this team over here. Rooney gives it to Aguero. Aguero swings in a low cross to Sturridge, and Sturridge just scoops it in with his left foot, makes it 2-1, and with that, we have the lead. We turn the game around. We just now need to find a 3rd and 4th goal to possibly secure this final. And right off a kickoff, our opponent would try to get a quick response over here, goes on a run with Rooney, can't take the ball off him for some reason, just very bad defending. Rooney's gonna have a long shot, and of course he scores it And with that, I almost broke my controller. We score a goal to go up, and we concede immediately to a long shot. My second most hated goal to concede in FIFA. Fair enough, we did score a long shot with Rooney, and it was only fair that he also scored a long shot with Rooney, but right off a kickoff, that is so bad. But we weren't the only ones that were going to concede off kickoff, because we would try to get a quick response over here from kickoff. Ramirez to Sturridge. Sturridge with a great fake shot right there, gives it to De Bruyne, and De Bruyne finishes it. And when I scored that, I'm like, ha, karma. He scores off a kickoff, I score off a kickoff. But the goal is more important to us because we now have the 3-2 lead. And over here in the 36 minutes, we will try to create one more chance before the end of the half. Yea I to Ramirez, Ramirez to Rooney, Rooney to De Bruyne. De Bruyne sends Sturridge through. It's a 2v1. Sturridge is obviously going to play the sweaty pass across to Aguero, who still hasn't gotten himself in the score sheet until now. He finds the back of the net, makes it 4-2, and with that we have a comfortable lead going into the second half. Just need to get a 5th goal because I really do not trust 2-goal cushions like I used to before. So we're really looking to get a 5th goal in the second half. The stats, pretty similar. We just created better chances and we finished them. Possession, very close, and our opponent can definitely get himself back into this game. And over here, he would try to do that. In the 51st minute, Alexis Sanchez runs down the right-hand side, cuts inside to the middle, gives it to, of course, Rooney, who completes his hat-trick for our opponent. What a player Rooney is, guys. Like, he was playing Rooney at cam, and I play him at center mid, and he's amazing wherever you play him. I don't know how well he'd do at striker, but in the midfield, Rooney is an amazing player that I definitely recommend for you guys. And if I'm telling you Rooney's amazing as a City fan, that says a lot because I hate saying that a United player is good. And with that, our opponent made it 4-3. However, in the 57th minute, we would go ahead and make it 5-3 with Sturridge. Great finish. Another amazing Premier League striker that I recommend. And over here in the 67th minute, we would go and try to get that 6th goal. What a game this is. 8 goals so far. Can we make it 9? And over here, De Bruyne is a little bit lucky to get the ball. Does get a little bit lucky once again as he does the skill and beats the defender. Swings in a low cross to Aguero, who somehow manages to beat Courtois to the ball and makes it 6-3. With that, we have pretty much won the tournament. And over here, we would just go on one last attack. Our opponent clears it off with Klein, and the ref blows for full time. With that, we are the winners of the Barclays Premier League Team of the Season tournament. We finally get that Team of the Season Huth card on our second try. Really annoyed I didn't get it the first time, but the important thing is that we ended up getting it. No matter what try it was, at least we have the trophy and the card. And the team, one of my favorite teams to play with. Definitely recommend Premier League teams if you guys are struggling in the divisions because they are very nice. Premier League teams and Serie A teams are very good. But anyways, we go ahead, win the cup, we get the Huth. Sturridge gets himself man of the match despite Rooney having an amazing game. Sturridge also had some pretty important goals. We go ahead and check off the Premier League Cup off the checklist, and I hope you guys appreciate the color scheme I did for the text on the checklist because that was a pain to do, and hope you guys like that design. But we go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and play the last tournament of the episode. There will be a part 2 obviously because there's still the La Liga, Serie A, and League 1 tournament to play. We will be doing that. Should be out on Monday maybe. If it all depends on how I play in the League 1 tournaments. But yeah, we go ahead and play with the Premier League, playing the Bundesliga tournament. I showed you guys the team this time, didn't forget that. And our opponent had a pretty weak side, so it was a bit of a surprise to see that team in the final. I wasn't going to underestimate him though, because he could be an amazing player. However, it wouldn't start off too well for him because right there, Royce has a shot. It deflects off of his defender, goes up in the air, and Vidal scores the header. What a terrible goal that was. I felt bad scoring that, but you take what you get sometimes in finals, so it is what it is. However, our opponent, of course, right off a kickoff, would get a quick reply because Shirley beats all 77 of our guys in the defense. We try to tackle him, can't get it off him, tackle him once, Muller messes okay. Shirley scores, makes it 1-1, and you know what? Can I really complain about that goal? Can I really complain after what I scored? Probably not. So I was angry, obviously, but I guess it was a little bit of karma for what we scored. So it was back tied, this time at 1-1, and in the 26th minute, we would try to grab a second goal over here. Gundogan with a great pass to Aubameyang. Aubameyang through on goal, somehow puts it past the goalkeeper right there, and another freaky goal right there. How is this going in? He shoots it, it deflects off Boateng and goes into the back of the net. So 3 terrible goals in this final, but we have the lead. We head into the second half with a 2-1 lead. The stats are pretty similar, as you see right there. I've had 3 shots, he's had 2. He hasn't had any on target, which doesn't really make sense, because then how the hell did Schürrle score? But whatever, he has more possession. But I feel like we can win this. We just need to grab a third goal. And over here in the 49th minute, we would have a chance with our player right there. I'm not too sure who that was. And his goalkeeper, Titan, or Titan, whatever his name is, throws it. And then we start getting the little spinny black circle. And I said, what? There's no way our opponent rage quit. We ended up getting the win though, and that's all that matters. I don't know if he rage quit or not, but I'm just going to take the card, take the trophy, and leave, because I hate playing with Bundesliga teams. They play amazing against me, but I hate playing with them. So that, I was so glad that was over and done with. So we win the Sane. We also get the trophy, which looks exactly, well, it is exactly the same one as the Premier League one, which was a bit strange, because for the other tournaments, it's actually different. So I don't know, EA got lazy or something. And we go ahead and check off the Bundesliga Team of the Season Cup. Anyways, guys, this is going to conclude this episode of the Trophy Cabinet. Stay tuned for Team of the Season Part 2, where we play the rest of the Team of the Season tournaments. My name is Pippy Deed, and I'm out.